Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We're gonna play a game for you. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm getting all my games together. Do, 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 do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. There we go. I'm thirsty. Welcome to the very late stream. This is the very late stream. The very late stream. Where's my music? The flip. Where's my music at? Oops, I cut off my music. I'm cutting my music back on. Or no. I'm bringing this game up. Let's do this. If someone misses me, that'll be okay. Let's see here. Trigger Happy Havoc. Okay. Okay, so video options are still the same, right? Not changed. Let's do this. Is my controller working? Must turn it on. That would be smart. I am trying to be happy today. That is the goal. That is why I am coming up live, because I am trying to be a happy kitty today. We had some bad stuff, today. Let me tell. Sorry, I'm still telling people that I'm still gonna stream. I'm just gonna put streaming late due to oversleeping. And one more. Give me one moment. Streaming now. I apologize. I'm just making sure I get all the people since I messed my whole schedule up. I'm letting them know that I am streaming. All right. I have told the people, I have sent the message to the people that this game shall happen. Sorry, that sounds just funny. I've sent a message to my people, to my alley cats. That's what I should be calling them. I sent a message to all of my alley cats. I have said, I am live. My friends, come join me. If not, oh well. Controller? You're not picking that up? Are you not picking up what I'm putting down? Why is it not recognizing this? Do I need to plug you up? Do you need to charge? You're showing one green bar, so what the flip? Let me try again. Are you not recognizing my controller? I don't want to do it by keyboard. Are you on? Are you saying it needs to be charged? Oh, there we go. Really? Really messages? Okay, hold on. We gotta fix something. Y'all don't need to know who those people are. My messages are not going to be popping up on the screen, though. That's just not happening. Give me one moment. Control-Alt-Delete. Task Manager. Hold on, I got to disconnect my phone because my phone is stupid. Yes, your phone. Your phone, go die. No, not go die, phone. Please don't die, phone. I just need you to not be connected with my computer. So I have a weird setup where my phone is automatically connects to my computer, and I have to go into Task Manager. Hey, Never Rest. I have to go into Task Manager to make sure that my phone is not connected so that I can stop, having my messages pop up on screen. Hopefully that fixed it. Yes, continue where we were. Last left off. So I'm streaming late. That's because I had a terrible night last night. Let's just say, people are throwing around going into inpatient, and I don't want to do that. I've been having trouble handling my depression lately. So streaming is good for me. Streaming helps me keep focused. No, it's all good. I mean, when it all comes down to it, it's what? It's a medical condition. I have depression, severe depression. Is this music too loud to you? I feel like I'm having to talk over it. I don't know. Because what I hear and what you hear may be different. If it's fine, it's kind of quiet, okay. So you want the music turned up? I don't want it to be quiet. It's just that I'm hearing it so loudly. That just means I need to turn it down on my end, not on your end. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. That is what I'm doing now. Okay. Let me see now. That's got to be too loud. No, that's too loud for you. There's no way that's peaking, so... It wasn't too loud? Weird. Oh, okay. It's probably because I'm so loud, too. Hey, Gamato. Hey, Makoto. Good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. Of course you were. Okay. Let's play. Let's play. Fudge bucket everything and let's play. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late?
Yo.
Sorry.
Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Ah, well, hello.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual. Oh no. Never Rest. I have panic attacks too, but usually mine are just because I can't breathe, hyperventilating and everything, so I understand how that is. Well, let's just say no, I can't lie. I did have a panic attack last night, but the first thing was, let's not lie, I am in a bad way. But I am being surrounded by family, so I hope that you have some support as well. And if not, here I am, supporting you. Take some deep breaths and try and get your breathing under control. Alright. You're welcome. Hugs, wubs and hugs to you. Seriously. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you have me, and you have my Discord, and in my Discord, if you ever want to talk, there's a channel that I post in, but nobody else has ever posted in. Maybe they just didn't want to, but it's about mental health. And even if you just need to say, I'm not feeling good today, yeah, join my Discord, and you know, I pretty much answer right away if I'm awake. If I get a message that somebody's posted in my Discord, I respond right away, unless I'm sleeping. So, look, it would help me being supportive to you. I feel so weak and honestly quite shamed, and I know I shouldn't. I understand. I forgot. Yeah, you're doing a whole bunch. You saw that you were added as moderator for me? Oh, wow. Well, my son moderates my Discord server. It's not really busy. It's just my few fans that follow me over, that actually follow me over into my Discord. So, not that many people. And most of the time we just chat on the main channel, just random stuff. Or send pet pictures. So, back to the game. Makoto says, most students were the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever. Forever, really? Really? Was it forever? Did they keep you waiting forever?
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo!
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle, bro. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. Wow, that was hard to say. But regardless, everyone had arrived. At least that's how it was supposed to go. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya. Wait a minute. I forgot how to pronounce it. Byakuya. That's what it was. Byakuya. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. So for her to be late, is she dead?
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Yes, don't drown in servers. That sounds weird. Don't drown in servers and moderation. Be moderate to your moderation. Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise? Hey, Sal. Byakuya is best boy. I can kind of feel that. I think he's too smart to get got. I got the sense she always has her stuff together. You love his sass? Well, I love a good sassy person too. I try to be sassy. I try to be sassy. My sassiness comes off as I don't know. I don't know what it comes off as. Blunt, loud. In this game, sure. In Danganronpa as a whole, no. Got it. Got it. We've got favorites. I like Mondo with his loudness and cursing, just because he's hilarious and he's rough around the edges. I have not played any of the Danganronpas. This is all first time playthrough still. I haven't played. I'm going to play the second one if I can make it through this one without breaking my brain. That's the goal. Back to the game, Makoto. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew into the hall. Oh my gosh, I can't find my chapstick. These lips must be moisturized. Hold on. I got my last little bit of chapstick out of this one. Are you guys like me where you buy chapstick and then forget where you put it? And you might buy 2 or 3 sticks and you lose all of them? That is me. You would think I would keep track of this because I have to moisturize the lips. The lips don't work right if you don't moisturize them. Do you have lips? What do you use for your lips? Or maybe it's just me because as much water as I drink, I'm still not hydrated enough. Anyway, back to the game. The words had barely left my lips before I flew into the hall. That's my lips. Go. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night. You can't get it open, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, holy! The room had been completely transformed. What the hell? I'm going to the door that's open. It's beginning? I better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Did I just find her body? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. To survive deadly life. There was death. There was death. There was death, and I feel great that somebody died in this game. Sorry, I just needed to to sing that out in joy that there is death. Back to the talking. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. It's jam time? Awesome. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You woke up standing up? Looking at the ceiling? Or you were just laying on the floor in there?
Ah!
Oh, you're awake. Finally. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise, considering what happened. Donut girl? Oops. Wrong? Wait a minute, okay. You're so wrong. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Kyoko for girls. No, I take that back. It's Celeste. Celeste for the win. Celeste is best girl. That's my belief until she's murdered. Until she's murdered. Okay, back to the game. Makoto, what happened? Oh gosh. Don't remember. I wish. I know why they did it, so that they can get past, you know, a whole bunch of censors. But I think the game would be so much better if the blood was the real color. I think it would hit even harder, the deaths. That's just me. Hey, are you okay? The pink blood will grow on me? It just makes me think aliens. What human has pink blood? It is like... Maybe I don't... Well... A part of the art style's quirkiness? Gotcha. I wonder, is my blood pink? That sounds... I mean, my model... Anyway. So it wasn't a dream? It was not a dream. What I saw... It was real. You know, what's the game? What is it? 10-10 timing Twitch? It buffered right when you said that. Oh my gosh. It was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. Exclamation point! A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka's...
just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and that word, I hate that word. Irrevocably dead. There we go. I got it out. I made it. No, I have to see for myself.
What?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? What good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out at the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone. I didn't even realize that she was not in the game longer alive. That's how much I remember of watching this game played the first time.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now, either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Nakuma, he told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear ×1 rule.
But
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It is amazing what people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Don't assume. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Ha ha ha!
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're
Come
super
on now.
naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. It has just begun. No. How did they say it in the original Mortal Kombat movie? It has begun. Imagine being an awesome streamer. Couldn't be Cheshire. It really couldn't. Not one that shows up on time and plays on time. It really couldn't be me. Having your shit together, that's not me. I'm a mess. Yeah, I had a messy night. I had a lot of stress. I was very depressed last night. Yeah, my body required it because I didn't sleep last night. I was up with my family because I had a very bad turn with my depression, and I needed some support around me. And just know that if I do go inpatient, for a couple of days, I will make sure that I post that in Discord and Twitter to let you know, so you won't be like, where am I? Why did I disappear? It will be because I'm going to a happy camp, a camp for happy people, where you go away and work on being happy. It has been thrown around. I am debating it. So, my cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs may have gotten a little bit bad yesterday, and everybody is concerned. So, I'm here streaming to deal with a little bit of that stress, and then also because streaming helps me feel better. You guys make me feel better. So, I will continue to stream. The real thing? Said Makoto.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. No, I make you guys feel better? No, you guys... Yes, let's feel better together. Exactly. Was your firefighter call? Thank you, Selenia. Wow, you have a similar issue with chemical imbalance? Yeah. And it's gotten really bad lately. I've dealt with the depression since I was a child, but yeah, it's been really bad lately. I love equivalent exchange. Just know that I won't disappear on you guys. I will let you know, hey, I'm going to happy camp, inpatient for a couple of days, and I'll be back. I love equivalent exchange. Do you know that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite of all time anime? I've watched that thing 4 times already, all the way through. We give love and support. We get ASMR cat mommy. Yes, exactly. You get the smooth voice, the smooth listening tunes of me. Good anime to have up there. Yeah. Yeah. I've even cosplayed as Lust. Oh my gosh, you should watch it. I cosplayed as Lust for a convention one year. I even made it so you remember in the anime when what's the name? I can't remember his name right now, is burning her, and you can see the stone in her chest. So I cosplayed, do an FMA watch night thing. Ooh. Roy Mustang, yeah, Roy Mustang. Oh, an FMA watch night thing. That sounds fun. You read the announcement you posted in the Discord server. I saw that you posted an announcement. Unless you posted again. No, I looked at it. Well, let me look at it again, because I feel like maybe I didn't look at it real good. Yeah, this is about the hate bots. Okay. 3 episodes per week, possibly? Ooh. Ooh. And I can do that in Discord, can I? Oh my gosh. 21 weeks. Let's make it like a full 4 episodes. That's like 2 hours, right? 4 episodes be like 2 hours. How many weeks is that? Come on, math people. I don't know math. You gotta tell me math. 4 episodes a week. How many weeks is that? Math people. Yes, people that math. Okay, gotcha. So about 15 weeks. I can do that. I would love that. Yes. So I got to figure out which day I'm gonna do that. I'm kind of when do you do your thingy, Selenia? Because I don't want to do something on the same day that you do it, because I want to be there for yours. Yes, math people. Math person. Math personage. But What was I saying? Oh yeah, Sal, when is your movie night? Because I don't want to have my movie night the same day you have a movie night. So I can go to your movie night and you can come to mine. Quote commands? Sure. What does that mean? What are quote commands? Is it something that you haven't even started scheduling your Sunday evening probably? Okay. I'm thinking I might do mine Friday night or Saturday night. So, Friday or Saturday night. I thought you had already started scheduling. I'm thinking Friday or Saturday, Friday or Saturday. Which sounds better, Friday or Saturday? Maybe Saturday. People chill are pretty chill on Saturday nights. Saturday evening. Yeah. Yeah, my real life is... I can't do math. Where are math people? I need you to tell me math. Is that what I said? Look, hold on. And here comes Jorgo. Where's Jorgo? You in here, Jorgo? We're just chatting. Yeah. What? Jorgo! Jorgo! Jorgo, what are you doing? I approve, Whale. Jorgo, what are you doing? Rating me. What are you doing? Hello, everybody. I'm Dark Cheshire. Dark. You can call me Dark. You can call me Cheshire. You can call me DC. Let me get that fake voice out of the way because I can't talk that high. What's up, guys? That's more my voice. What's up? I'm chilling. ASMR cat mommy, who can't do math, and is a cat. I'm 9,040 years old. Yeah, I can't talk that high. You see, I only did it for like 2 sentences and it was like, nope, voice too high. I leave that to you, Selenia. You can be the high voice. I will keep it low. And we're playing Danganronpa, but we are, chatting, as I tend to do. Jorgo knows I tend to stop and rant or stop and chat with the alley cats in chat. And then I play again. And I try and do voices for every character. Monokuma's voice is too high. So I don't try and even do it that high. No, thank you. No Monokuma high voice. Anyway, so we were talking about having a anime night in my Discord, Saturday, possibly evening. I will be posting on my Twitter and other social media when I decide what that's going to be, what the date is going to be and time. But what we're talking about is streaming my favorite anime of all time, which is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood movie nights. Yes. And this is Brotherhood because I don't do the first version. Yeah. I'm all about Brotherhood, baby. That's the better FMA anime to me, but that's just me. Anyway, back to the game. Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. I had read that. 03 is fun for the fleshed out Izumi moments, but yep. BH flows much better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I've heard that there are some parts that, that you just don't get with Brotherhood because they are cramming everything into these episodes. Like, there's not a slow spot in these in Brotherhood, really. I mean, there's a dip, but there's hardly any slow spot. Oh my God, Cheshire, what did I do? I didn't do it. What? your pose in the Twitter post. My pose? What's wrong with it? I like it. Looks like you made a stand in I know. But I like that pose. And I'm a big JoJo fan. What's wrong with me posing like my favorite JoJo? I want to cosplay as him. I want to do a gender bent JoJo. Not Jolene, but her daddy. I want to be oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. What's his name? I didn't even eat edibles today, but my brain is done. It's donezo. Somebody tell me which JoJo I'm talking about. The one with the hat. What's his name? He's not Josuke. What's his name? I forgot. I want to cosplay him. Okay, back to the game. Jotaro, yes! He's on my list of husbandos, even though he's not a white-haired pretty boy. Jotaro is... He doesn't beat Kakashi Hatake, because nobody can beat Kakashi. Kakashi's my husband for life. But I think he's like in third place, husbando. There we go. Anyway, back to the game. Just like I explained it before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations? Anyone who kills... Oh, wait a minute. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. Taki Kakashi is hot, not gonna lie, and me, straight male. Kind of like Ryan Reynolds, but in anime. I'm telling you. I don't care how many masks Kakashi has. I don't need to see his face. As long as everything else can be uncovered. As long as I can uncover the rest of his body, it's okay. Back to the game.
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Same with the Master Chief from Halo. There's always another mask. Canon will tell you that he's never taken off his mask. Those filler anime episodes will say that he's shown his face. But Kakashi has not shown his face. He took off his helmet to reveal another helmet underneath. Yes, Kakashi has done that. He has taken off a mask to reveal another mask. I'm like, who cares if the rest of them is naked? Wear something on your face. Sorry. Back to Monokuma, which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yup. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. No, you take off those socks in bed. Don't do that. Especially during, adult fun times. Do not keep your socks on unless it is absolutely freezing. It's weird. Exactly, Never Rest. Why socks, though? Why socks? Don't do that. Unless your house is freezing, you take your socks off, young man. When you're gonna have adult fun times, you take your socks off. Okay, back to the game. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown. Did you call me Obasan? How dare
During
you?
the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is.
The Blackened. Why they gotta be blackened? Why couldn't they be whitened? Why couldn't they be purpled? Why they gotta be blackened? Come on, Monokuma, you racist?
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
What are you guys talking about? Socks like thigh highs? No.
If the
thigh
answer
highs?
you've arrived at is correct,
Well, if you mean like some thigh high stockings, we're gonna put on the thigh high stockings with the little garter belt and stuff. He can't be racist because he's bicolor. Oh no, now I'm thinking of the Michael Jackson song. Don't talk about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Sorry. Alright. Fishnets are nice.
only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life.
Is he more black or is he more white? Well, he's got teeth on the black side. So maybe he's more fully developed on the black side. You know, black overtakes everything. Look. If you've got a drop of it, you are it.
However, if you choose poorly...
His stomach is white. Oh, he's more white. Monokuma is 54% racist by mass. His stomach is light gray. I see white.
Then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
What? That doesn't sound
Which,
good.
of course, means your school life will come to an end.
Okay. Cheshire only sees color. Yeah, without my contacts, I only see color. My eyes are bad. I only see colors. I don't even see shapes. Look, let's see. So, how much we want to bet that somehow I'm gonna get this wrong the first time and die? And you know, people probably don't usually die that fast in the game, but look. If I died during the intro of A Wolf Among Us, before I even got to the credits, who knows what's about to happen now? I might die over and over again.
As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Jurgo, yes, that's exactly where I'm at. So, exactly what is this punishment you keep talking about? I hate the class trials in Danganronpa because I thought it'd be like Phoenix Wright. I like them. Well, what I remember of it, I like. I don't remember everything, though. Well, to put it simply...
What?
It's execution! Execution!
What?
But the game insists you present evidence in the correct order and no other order. Oh, that might get me irritated. But we're gonna try. And by execution, you mean?
Execution is execution. Execution!
Well,
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Wow. Okay. So, to make sure I understand. Oh my god. Wait a minute, what? One of the VTuber posts that I found This is an official plea. All of you need to stop being hot. I can't keep being wet like this. Oh my gosh. That sounds like my VTuber crush. That's how I feel. It's an official plea. I need her to stop being hot. I have a VTuber crush. I wrote a poem about it. It's actually in my last poetry video. I wrote a poem about my VTuber crush. I feel so not shamed, but embarrassed by my VTuber crush. Talking about eyesight and colors. Sorry, I was vaping. Just made me wonder how it must be to play a game with chromesthesia. Yeah. That sounds like that might be very interesting. It could be fun. Who knows? Back to the game. If we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Yep, there it is. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. What's up, Tragic?
You streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming. What's up?
I was checking in.
Oh. I had some Monokuma you could have voiced.
You see on the screen?
Let me see.
Hey!
Wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane. You know that?
Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
But why not?
This is Tragic voicing Monokuma. Welcome another voice in my head. Says Whale.
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in my trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
You don't even need to get close to the mic with as loud as you are. I was just watching it peak, because it peaks on me too. Apparently, I'm a loud VTuber. What? Punishment?
I might, I don't know, throw you in the deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be a part of this.
I don't
Don't be so
believe it!
selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, then you'll have to go through me.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. No, that's not Whale. That's my son, Tragic Mist. Check him out on YouTube, Google Play, not Google Play, Google.
All streaming platforms.
All
except
streaming
SoundCloud.
all streaming say it again.
All streaming platforms except SoundCloud.
He's a rapper, and he's got a nice voice, a very versatile voice. I gave him that voice, you know.
I also voice act for random things.
Yes, he already does voice acting as well as I do, so we're a little voice acting family. Well, you wish you had a nice voice like that? Well, your voice is nice, and you've got an accent because, you know, you're from Poland. You know, accents win in America.
That's very true.
Yours is not shite. But then... What? How do you even say that?
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
He said it. He said, are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gungnir!
Whoa! Wait. Wait. I don't remember this game.
Oh, no, you don't remember this part. This is the part I was waiting for.
What? You see, even she's like, what? Huh?
This wasn't supposed to... Why, me?
Yeah. Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. I know she broke the rules, but...
No way!
What the... I don't... This can't be real.
Yeah!
No way!
Well now,
And now I'm painfully aware of the great power of the meaning of a purpose.
Promise.
Promise. Can't see. Sorry. Just a little
That's
fun.
okay. Look, great voice actor. Can't see.
Can't see.
Dyslexic.
Yeah, dyslexic.
That's fine.
I really did want to keep a corpse from popping up from a good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson. After all, it's an amazing promise. And now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am.
Yes, we do see how serious you are.
Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated.
Disintegrated. Yeah.
So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Yes, let's obey those school regulations. Or you end up like Junko. Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. But it won't be the last. Oh, sorry. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend. Where did the spears come from, though? They came out of Monokuma?
No.
They just flew from the walls?
He controls the whole school, remember?
Yeah. And I mean, there are turrets on...
Yeah, there's things everywhere. But the spears came from, like, the floors and the ceiling.
Ah, okay. Junko was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. Yes.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality!
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
Oh, we were trying to decide whether Monokuma was racist, but since he's bicolor, he can't be racist.
He can't be racist, yeah.
But he does have more white on his body than black, so he's like a little bit over the line. He can be a little bit racist. because you know the whole thing is he says that someone that's blackened, and I was like, blackened? What the heck is blackened? Why can't it be whitened, purpled? What?
White equals good. Black
I know black equals bad because
yin
white
yang.
people.
Or yin and yang.
No, but when with yin and yang, nothing is bad. Neither side is bad.
Darkness and the yang on the side equals the other part of you that can be bad, but there's always light in the dark and there's always dark in the light.
Exactly. It's America. It's America. It's America in English. No, let me explain what I mean. It is Americans in English because in other cultures, darkness is not seen in the light that it is here, like pure white, pure as the driven snow, all of that, all those sayings, all of those things. But look, I'm not even eating edibles and I'm dropping knowledge. Hold on. So
I'm with you, like
you
almost,
understand what I'm
like,
saying?
I'm like kind of with you, but
You
like,
understand
at the
what
same
I'm
time, I don't look at it from an American standpoint. I look at it from the other side standpoint. Like I really don't care about the.
Well, is America in English? Yes, America. No, it's in Americanese. We speak Americanese. We do not speak English. If you listen to English people speak, no. It's similar. It's like Italian and Spanish. Some of the words are the same, but no. That's why it's so hard for people to learn English because it's so stupid. Still sober? Your quotes are killing me, Will. My quote earlier was, I can't math, I need some math people to math for me. What are you doing, Oreo? Now the cat is in the way. I just have a whole family going on in here. What are you doing? What are you doing, kitty?
Trying to get to my hand. Fingers.
She's burring.
I knew it.
I know she's mad. She's mad because you didn't give her your hand. Because she always does that to a carpet when she's mad. Yeah. No. Okay, back to the game. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical in saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Oi, what is the Stream Elements message? Oh, about whale? Want to meet my cocky rooster friend? Yes, you may moderate, but I learned how to do the Stream Elements to add my people, my friends, so that I can give links to them. Yeah. So that's why you see your name there. Be happy.
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened.
The blackened. They should have just said the black. Your search for the black.
There's one black guy out of the group of all of you here.
The dude that looks like he has an afro. He's the blackest looking one.
Are you talking about Banyan Doi? You talking about the dude that's always high?
Yes.
That boy be smoking.
I use a bro voice for him, a bro surfer
He
voice.
sounds like this all the time, man.
That's what I've been doing, man.
He's like super high,
Bro.
24/7. He's like,
Bro.
He's like, bro. Man, we just gotta stick together, dude. And if we do it, we do it.
Oh really? I can show you how to mod that kind of message. I can show you how after the stream. Well, no, you'll be asleep. I can show you tomorrow possibly. If I'm on my computer, I'll show you how I did it. And that way you can do it so that it's I disappeared. Oh, I did disappear. Where am I? Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't notice. I'm gonna come back right now. What are you doing? What are you doing, VC face? Oh, you're gonna open over there too? No, come here. Thank you. Get over here. Let me see what's going on. My VC face shut down on me and I didn't realize it. It's the newest version. Oh, you know how to do it through Stream Elements dashboard. I just don't have access to yours. Oh, okay. Huh. Maybe that's something that you can't do? I don't know. Oh, I am way too close. I'm way too close to the camera. There we go. Feel better now. I'm back. You can only use chat as a means to moderate. Okay, gotcha. Ta-da! All right, we're going back to the game.
This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
It's the Monokuma
the
file!
Monokuma file! I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts in this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse.
I've watched enough CSI that I think I could figure it out.
So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask?
There's a knife in him. Well, no, I'm thinking of Sayaka.
Oh, yeah.
She got knifed.
Oh, you already had that. Okay. Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So you know who the murderer is.
So then...
I love when I say what I'm about to say. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka?
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. Now could I?
Really? Where are my math people at? I need you guys to tell me math of my affiliate? Math for my affiliate. I think you used the wrong word there. The wrong English. Tell me math of my affiliate. Tell me math for my affiliate. To get my affiliate. Something like that. That just needs to be slightly fixed. Alright.
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make a proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Okay, but check my title. Did you change the title of my stream? I don't... Hold on. I'm trying to look for my phone and I always forget where to go look. Where's my thingy? Where is it where it shows? No. Okay, I can't see it right now because my well, I'm glad you learned a new trick. But I don't know how I'm gonna have to look at it later. I don't want to get involved into the weeds on that. I'm actually enjoying the game right now. Oh, you updated the title. Okay, got you. So you're inviting math people in for me. To what Stream Elements said. Gotcha. Did you read this yet? Okay, go ahead.
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while.
Oh, that I hate when people do that. That's not a set time. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm out.
All right.
Have a good stream.
Thank you. And Tragic has left us. He left us stunned and confused. Yeah. Tragic left us stunned and confused. So did Monokuma. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. What can you say? The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. What are you doing, Whale? Said Whale as high to tragic. Another command quote. Yes. Look, you think that was fun? Wait until I get wait until I get Tragic Mist, Momori, and Flame Koatsu, my brothers and my son. Wait till I get all of them on stream to play a game. That is the goal. That is going to be fun. If I can get my son and my brothers on stream with me. Wait until I am not sober? What? Wait to play with my son and brothers when I'm not sober? They've seen me. They've seen me high.
Are you sober?
No, we're definitely not doing the sober stream when we stream.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm not allowed to drink anymore, but there's edibles. Speaking of edibles, did you talk to your...
I can't get in contact with her.
Damn.
Still trying.
Damn.
I got you. I'll let you as soon as she texts me back.
Oh, yeah, because I'm out of edibles and...
I know.
Vape store's closed already, isn't it? Darn it. Alright, anyway. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Yes, I'm not allowed to drink. I'm not allowed to drink. I can still eat edibles, but I'm not allowed to drink. Because that was what made me spiral last night. And that's no good. You never want to be spiraling. And that's what I was doing. It was not fun. My eyes are still puffy from all the crying, laughs, and abstinence. Well, yeah, you're a firefighter. You can't be under the influence when you could need to go at any time. Or you maybe just abstinent. Anyway. Yeah, I had some Mike's Harder, Blood Orange. I had like 2 big cans of those. And edibles. And I think the doctor said it messed with my medication. So it makes for chemical imbalances that don't balance out like they're supposed to. Anyway, back to the game. Huh?
In other words...
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff is like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adopt will die? I'm an exception. Firefighters in Poland get hammered, as I have some cases in my family of what happens when someone has too much alcohol in their life. I absolutely understand that. My grandfather on my father's side was an alcoholic, and he died from liver his liver, I think. My father had issues with alcohol too. I just have an addictive personality, very easily addictive to things, so I'm very careful in what I do and like what medications I take. I joke about being high all the time, but really it's my medications that I have to take, and I'm not supposed to mix them, at least with alcohol. I can mix them with edibles, but not alcohol, and that's when we go wrong. And I also have very bad GERD, acid reflux, so I'm not supposed to drink because of that either, because the carbonation and the alcohol and all of that bothers my throat. So yeah, thankfully not my close family, but my uncles from my mother's side. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, one of my uncles from my mother's side was a drug addict, and he died a while back. Everyone that I know that is still living, they got a handle on their drug and alcohol addictions. The ones that didn't make it. And that's the sad and terrible truth, which is why I try and be so careful. Hello, Never Rest, you'll be lurking. Welcome, lurk. Don't we have that? Lurk? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can you type in exclamation lurk? I think I have those options. Yep. Thank you for lurking with the Alley Cat Posse. Enjoy, meow. Meow. Death isn't the only thing awaiting those who are unable to or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible!
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. All right, damn it. Let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they were right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why. I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Let's talk with her. Let's talk with our main girl,
Hey.
Kyoko. Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. Okay. What do you mean? Meaning people don't need to trample in and out of that room. That's what she means. I understand that. Why don't you? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? You would need 2 guards because you can't trust one. After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. Yeah, you do that, Mondo. His hair looks like one big curly fry to me today. Am I hungry? I might be hungry. I'm hungry. What time is it? DoorDash still open? What's still available? Yes, I am taking pause in my stream to order food because I'm messy and that's what I do. I want food. I am hungry. I just realized I didn't eat today. And that's not good. So I'm gonna order some food. And then I'm gonna continue to play. Let's see. What do I want? I always want Asian. I gotta think about Asian food. It's delicious. Asian food. Restaurants. Restaurants. What's still open? IHOP. IHOP, you still open? Long shots. Ooh, Great China is still open. For how long? Great China, how long are you still open? I'm gonna hop off the bed as I need to wake up in like 3 hours for in real life stuff. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go sleep. Go sleep. I'm sorry I started my stream so late. I see General Chow. I can talk, I swear. I know General Chow. Fuck it. I want some egg foo young. I want it. Give it to me. You won't let me select it. What's wrong with you, DoorDash? There's firefighter work at 1:30 a.m. Oh my gosh. Till 2:30, now it's 3:30. And don't you have class tomorrow? Tasty Vibes Eatery. What is that? Tasty Vibes Eatery. What do you... Caribbean seafood? Ooh. Oh, that's gonna take an hour and a half. No, thank you. Don't be showing me tasty stuff and then saying it's gonna take an hour to get it. Buffalo Wild Wings? Buffalo Wild Wings sounds good. 97 minutes? Why does it take so long? No, thank you. I'm going back. Go back. And in the evening, I have guard duty as a firefighter. You're a firefighter guard? You gotta do guard duty? What are you guarding? No, never mind. Don't tell me. Go to sleep. I know you. You'll be in here until it's time for you to go to work. Okay, here we go. Long shots, 47 minutes. What do you got to give me? You've got food. Do I want Buffalo Wild Wings? Ooh. Steamed shrimp. Steak bites. Philly cheesesteak. Ooh, lumpia. I love lumpia. I'm so hungry. Everything looks tasty. In Easter, we have a guard duty around the grave of someone important to our region. Wow. That is kind of cool. That is kind of cool, honestly. Just having... Let me see here. I don't know what pink sauce is. I don't want your pink sauce. No. No, that sounds weird. I don't want it. Do I want pasta? No, I want... Ooh, a sirloin. Surf and turf. Surf and turf. I think I want surf and turf. And I want a medium rare steak. Steamed, grilled. I want grilled shrimp. I want mashed potatoes and gravy and some mixed vegetables. No, I don't need a salad if I got mixed vegetables. Come on now. I probably lost all my viewers because they're like, is she seriously ordering food right now? Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I'm starving. Let me check out and then I can get back to the game. I'm sorry about it. I could have put you on pause and did it. Ooh. But why? Why when you can listen to this jazzy music and me talking about getting my food? Place order. Come on. Come on, go through order. Give me my food. Yes! Shrimp and steak. Imagine making people hungry at 3:37 a.m. How dare. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you hungry. Well, I'm hungry because it's like, what time is it here? It's 9:39 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything all day. Yes, you did. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to make you hungry. Hey, you know, if my food gets here, I may just turn this into a mukbang. And I'll just talk to you while I'm chewing on my steak. Nom nom nom. This is delicious. Nom nom nom. Yeah. Anyway. Let me take some water. Oh my god. Nom nom nom. Thankfully, I will probably be asleep by then, so you don't get to hear my awesome mukbang nom nom. Trying to get some chapstick on my lips. Sorry. My lips are big. They're juicy. And I must, you know, make sure. Because if not, I would commit. No, you wouldn't. You would not do that. No, you wouldn't. You're not bad like that. You're not bad like me. I'm the bad one that's been thinking of things like that. Not because of food, but because just little interest in life. You know, when you got to tell a therapist that you really have trouble keeping things to care about. Like while I'm streaming, I am all on it. I love this. I love what I'm doing. I love making videos. But if I step away from it, everything goes back to just a dull gray life, and it's so miserable. And so I think I might start streaming more. I don't know if that'll help the feeling. I talked about it with my therapist, so maybe I'll start streaming more and I'll feel a lot better. We will see. Back to the game. Mondo said, I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. Duh, you gotta have another person. Well, most of the times it's something new. Kind of nice thing about firefighting. Oh, yeah.
What?
Why the hell not? Hello,
Stop
Oreo.
talking.
Suddenly a cat has appeared. Another cat. My baby cat. My fur baby. Do not put your booty hole in my face. She ran away because I didn't want her booty hole in my face. Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? Another quote. Keep your booty hole out of my face. Yeah, that's the quote. By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem.
Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP.
Well, they are. I don't like you saying it, though. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. Wait a minute. Did you think that that sober Cheshire was like didn't say crazy things? Because no, that's me all day, every day, high or sober. I'm always gonna say crazy things. And yes, I tell my cat all the time, keep your booty hole out of my face, because she likes to sit backwards with her butt towards me on my chest or on a chair or wherever she sits. She turns and puts her booty hole in my face, and I don't like it.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Let's look at the body. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrists to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff. Okay, you're off? Alright, thank you for lurking, whale. Get some rest. She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Oh? Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hey, well, did you ever say if you were going to be able to join the Cards Against Humanity stream at the end of this month? Just to let you know, guys, I will be trying to collab with 5 other. Imagine living through being impaled by 17 fucking spears. Yeah, I don't know why he was checking her pulse. Oh, but what I was saying is Cards Against Humanity stream last week in April, probably going to be a Thursday, that last week Thursday. But yeah, I understand. You're in real life stuff. Trust me. I'm trying to plan out things when I was just trying to get rid of all plans yesterday and plans for the future, but you know, I still plan things out. It would be bad if I wasn't planning things out. I think. I'm trying to plan things out to keep life happening. Yeah. I think you can. You can come in at the last hand like you did last time and just beat all of us to mush. Because you were so good at it. Anyway, back to the game. Yoshihiro, huh? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means...
What?
Bro, that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! You were just too powerful that you had to give us an early start. Okay, kids, you had your fun. Now let the adults play. Yeah, basically that's what happened. We got beat. Somebody help me!
what's your problem?
You're now just accepting that? Yeah, that's kind of slow.
Just a second.
Hold on. Oh, I was gonna leave. Huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? What else do we need to discuss? Oh, yeah. There is? What do we need to discuss?
Anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is. When kids challenge their parents to a 1 versus 1 in game, and it turns out that the parent was a pro gamer in their prime. Yeah. You spanked us. You spanked us so hard, Whale. That was one hard spanking you gave. Mwahahahaha. Okay. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. So do I really have to... Hifumi?
Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
Can I leave now? I don't... Well, let me talk to Celeste.
Oh.
Spanks a group of cat, pigeon, an alien, and a sweet thing. Who's the sweet thing? Sarah? Sarazzle? He's an eldritch horror. If you're calling him a sweet thing, I definitely have to tell him that.
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. Oh yeah, the file. And I noticed something very obvious, very unusual.
You mod for an eldritch nightmare called Rin Tinning? Yeah. Sarazzle, I don't know if he has a moderator at all, but he's an eldritch horror. If you look at his picture in Discord, that is what he really looks like when he's not in his human form. Who's a gin mate with Kai. So, Kai's what, 20? They claim they aren't cute, but it's not true. I'm not cute. No, I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm a little bit cute. Just a little bit. From this side? From this angle? Aren't I cute? Batting my eyes. I'm cute. I am cute. Thank you. That makes me happy. I'll never claim sexiness, but I will claim cuteness. Alright, so Celeste has noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh? Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead. Take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Yes, we switched rooms. What? She's right. Then could it be? It is not me.
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck? You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Now shut up and take my love and affection and support. I will shut up and take all the love. I take it, I embrace it, I accept it, I love it. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I need that. You don't understand how much I need that. I didn't realize how much I was missing that. I need people to say that they care. Anyway, back to the game. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
So then...
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. What? If a toy from Toy Story died, the kids wouldn't know, and the other toys would have to watch the kids play with their corpse. What the fuck, Facebook? I love it! I love it! I must save it. I must use that. I'm gonna post that on Twitter. I'm gonna say stolen from Facebook, and I'm gonna post that. In fact, hold on. Let's see, can I click out real quick? I'm clicking out of the game to make sure I don't lose this message in everything. Copy. Okay. I'm so using this. I just want people to just be like, oh my gosh. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation.
Then construct an argument to come to a final decision. Yes. If we get this wrong...
So...
Well, do we really have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. Follow her!
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. Follow him! And just like Kyoko, he was gone before he realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and thinking they're going to destroy that evidence,
You're fucking
they better
dead.
not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Mondo. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're going to investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway.
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is very suspicious.
It was you. I'm telling you it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. I'm not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. Okay, you're all for real? Good night. Get a nap. Get a cat nap. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, as you only get less time to sleep and you stay here chatting with me. Where's my juice? I need vape juice. Stop being so awesome that I want to sacrifice my sleep schedule to watch you. Well, you can always watch the VOD. I know that's not the same. Because then I don't get to talk to you and you don't get to make comments about the weird stuff I say. That's never fun. Of course you want to comment on the weird stuff I say. Alright, my juice box is filled back up. Juice box is filled. Juice box is filled. Juice box is filled. That was a nice vape. Oh, that was a nice cloud too. Oh, that felt good. Thank you, vape. Let's continue on. Well, let me see what time it is. How long have I been streaming? How long have I been streaming? Only 2 hours? Okay, I can go for longer. I'm going till my food gets here, and then I might mukbang you, or I really will, you know, get off stream. Who knows? I don't know. Does it matter? Oh, they're still preparing my food. Why does it feel like it's been hours since I ordered it? Anyway, well, whatever. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone is expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet! You have to hear me out! But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me still had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? You switched rooms, which was stupid. Seriously, they got it all wrong. You could have protected her if you had stayed in the daggone room with her. I'm just saying. If he had stayed in the daggone room with her instead of switching rooms, which sounded so stupid, no one would suspect him because she wouldn't be dead. What is so hard about partnering up? Why do they have to suspect me? I just told you why. Never rest. I'm going to try to sleep whatever I have off. I'm really sorry I'm leaving early. That's fine. I started late too. So it's a-okay. I started late, not on my time that I was supposed to start. You know, I'm just a mess this week, so it's okay. It's okay. Look, you have a job that, you know, you have a whole business that you have to take care of. So, look, I'm not going to knock anyone from going to go take care of business. I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas.
Cough, cough.
Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
A paper plane in a hurricane. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka? I want to leave here. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. Yes. The victim was Sayaka Mazano. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. I was asleep. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Okay, I need to make sure I remember this. Stab to the abdomen and the wrist suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh, good. I didn't know if I needed to remember that. Leave the gym? Yes. We need to get to... Leave the area? Yes. I know where I want to go. Yes, let's go to your room. Where am I? That's a gem. Oh, you're gonna take me there. Awesome. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. Yes, you should. That might reveal something new. Was she stabbed with the sword? Or did she try and fight with the sword? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised that it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Good. Let's see. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Okay, you're just saying the same thing. It's just the sheath, but huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. Oh, self-defense. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged, unless you had it in front of you. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with the sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Okay. We're gonna talk about the turned over table? No? The bed? There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Wow, I got a lot of stuff to click on. I just wanted to make sure, but wow. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like it was way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? With the lint roller, you can clean your whole room with a lint roller? I have a lint roller because I have a cat. No. I even got a vacuum that is specially for pets because I cannot stand the fur. Even though I am a cat, I'm allergic to cats. So, yeah. How do I get to the notebook? Let me see. I want to see if she wrote a note. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay, she didn't leave a note. Surveillance camera. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep watching. Yeah. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? No! They were playing patty cake. That's what you're seeing here. That's what all those scratches were. Just some patty cake. It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. You don't say. Damn it. I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. If only you stayed with her.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Really? Huh?
Huh.
Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. Which is why you should have stayed with her. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. What about my key? There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so it must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Who'd she open the door for? Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section. Did I get everything? Nothing on the ceiling. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
You're searching in such a cute pose. That's how we search.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room. Yeah, you gotta make sure nobody drops something.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Really, Makoto? Contacts, well, no. I was about to say contacts don't just pop out of your eye that easily, but I have so many times that happened that I can't count where my contact just fell out of my eye. So it really could be we were looking for a contact, not doing anything else. I was just looking for my contact. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. So I can't bother her right now. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Nope, wrong button. I wanted to press unusual. It's so unusual. Unusual, what do you mean?
So...
I've searched your room from floor... I said that all sorts of wrong. I've searched your floor from one corner to another. And I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really? Yeah, Sayaka would have had some long strands. Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living here. And my curly hair goes everywhere. Curly hair for the win! You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. My hair is basically a mohawk. Right now, it's not a mohawk that I'm leaving curly and out. I've actually braided it, but usually I leave it out. And it looks like my variant, what I call my punk Cheshire. If you watch my videos and watch my horror narration videos, that's how my hair looks. This is what I wish it would look like if it grows out a really long mohawk. That's what I plan to do. I plan to have a super long mohawk. I was going to say the longest mohawk ever, but I think my son, Tragic Miss, has me beat because he has a mohawk and dreadlocks, and his is down his back. But it's still a mohawk. It's just super long. I just like having the sides shaved because breath of fresh air. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well?
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullets. Can I go in the bathroom? I can. I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. Okay, what did I miss then? Oh, the walls and them. Okay. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? We already knew that.
Well.
Yeah, skip. Oh, did I do it again? Oh my gosh. Son of a donkey. I hate when I do that. I pressed A too many times. Sorry.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what you have to say.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room. here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Oh, we need to check the trash room. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. See, this is why I like Mondo, because he's rough around the edges, but he respects women, and, you know, yeah, Mondo's the dude. Mondo is my dude. That's my husbando for this game. Don't die, Mondo. I need you to be strong.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Yeah, you let somebody else beat her up. I mean, you got... I forgot her name. Sakura, right here. She can beat up the girls for you. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? Please say no, Sakura. You're so nice.
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. You don't even realize, but because it keeps putting me back straight, but I'm like leaned over like this. I do not know why. I just started leaning over. Let me sit up straight. Let me be a good kitty. Let me be on screen too. Hello? 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 I lost myself. Let me bring myself back. I lost myself. Let me bring myself back. I'm too close to the edge. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how I keep from going under. Whoa, that was old. And that came out of nowhere. That was old. You're welcome. What did I just do with my controller? Okay, let's get back into the game. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Oh, my food's here. Hold on for one moment. Be right back. Is there a cat right there? Cat, what are you doing? Cat, if I step on you, it's your fault. Don't do that. Don't blame me if you get your tail or your paw stepped on. I was trying to be a good mom. You try and trip me up. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. You're not a nice kitty when you try and trip up your mommy. Oh my gosh, I can smell the shrimp. Oh my gosh. Oh, drool. Drool, I drool. I drool. I drool so hard right now. Oh my gosh. There's food. Okay. Let's finish this room. Let's at least finish the investigation list before I eat my food. I don't want it to sit for too long because steak. But I do want to finish this room. What did I miss? Okay. The dresser? I thought I got that. Oh, I guess I didn't. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. No, because they had a knife. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this. I can imagine a situation for every day. The toolkits are awesome. I'm a girl who says that toolkits are awesome. Sometimes I don't know what I need. Having a toolkit gives me options.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours... Oh, so you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened up their toolkits yet. 'Cause, like, why the hell would we? Okay. So it wasn't a toolkit used to bust into the room. Can I go to the bathroom now? The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. Murder. Murder. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. No, you cannot. You've got to do this. Forcing myself to push my panic down. Oreo, I'ma hurt you. I wouldn't hurt my cat, ever. But I just say that. Can you get the door back open that you closed? Can you get it open? Please get it open. Don't come crying to me saying you're locked in here. I leave the door cracked for you in my office so that you can come and go, and you just closed it. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yeah, this ain't cool. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. No, there's a knife sticking out of her stomach. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. Now how you can't even sleep in that room now. Please tell me you're not going to sleep in the room where your friend died. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. Hey, that sounds like me yesterday. But I can't hesitate now. I wasn't contemplating anyone's death but my own, though. I was very depressed. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? Those that live should be allowed to live. I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. Let's go for the knife first and foremost. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. That is a knife, not a sharp object. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? Maybe they brought it with them? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. What's that, the yellow stuff? Oh, she had the sword. Or maybe the sword hit her? But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. It's the paint from the sword. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? She touched her blood? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets. Thank you. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. Yes, she was still alive. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? Easily. Somebody can decide to break your wrist afterwards, but I don't think it bruises the same. I am not a doctor. I am not a scientist. Let me continue on. So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. Do you have confidence in that? How do you know her wrist wasn't broken in here? I feel like I'm getting into the weeds too much here. I'm trying to Law and Order it. After that, the killer cornered, not concerned her in the bathroom. No, this is more than concerned. Cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Is this something different?
No, I know that. No. Yes. Skip. Gosh, when you accidentally click on something that you've already clicked on. Thank you. You think too much. Stop thinking. Okay, this one. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. Is that a word? And there I saw Leon. Written in blood where the... Oh. I thought that was an N. Tell me that doesn't look like an N. I didn't see 1-1. There's blood in between, so I thought it was an N, and I thought somebody had wrote Leon's name all weird. 11037. You sure that's not Leon? Upside down? Inside out? Backwards? Did Sayaka do this? She wrote Leon. Leon, why would you do this? I suspect Leon. No, I didn't mean to do that again. Mother trucker. Yeah.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers that's most likely Sayaka's dying message? Is it bloody numbers? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. And it said Leon, not 11037, you weirdos. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Oh, do you often talk like an aspiring poet? I thought that was her. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean, because it means nothing.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? Backwards.
Well?
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself, Makoto. Otherwise, the case will end, and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Nice. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. That it's Leon? But honestly, I have no idea. Did you not see Leon? I didn't see numbers. I saw Leon. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section. Yay.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Do I need to look at the doorknob? I feel like I need to talk to her again too. Wasn't there another hint? What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Somebody used their toolkit. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional?
Why would someone want to do that?
So,
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon may have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. Oh, back in her room. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Mondo will talk to you.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on... No, I read this already.
You son of... Shit. You're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay. Done with you guys. Let's exit. Leave the area, yes. Now to her room. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. What? Who changed the nameplate? Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. That's why you should have just stayed in the room with her and slept on the floor. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added to the truth bullets. Let's go in. Let's look at the trash can. We want to grab that, and then I'm going to stop here. I just want to grab it. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Time to save. Yes, I'm saving in a different spot because if I have to go back to the beginning where somebody died, I want to be there. Let's see. Let's return to title. I might do it, put myself in just chatting so I can eat on screen. I quit you. I quit you, but I love you. Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to disappear. And then I'm going to reappear. Right here. Right here. Right in front of you. Let's see. So that... No, that's kind of like the end of the stream. I'm done playing. I'll be playing again Sunday at 8 p.m.
I'm opening my bag of food. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you hear the bag open? They better give me silverware. Oh, napkins. Thank you. Nicely packed. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. The seafood, the shrimp and the steak, and the mashed potatoes, and oh, it's so smelly good. Okay, so let me change it in Stream Elements. Then I'm not playing, so people won't come in here and think I'm going to play Danganronpa. I don't want them to do that. Let me fix this to just chatting. I'm just chatting right now. Eating a shrimp. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't eaten shrimp in a very long time. This is delicious. Okay. Except I don't eat the tail. Who eats the tail of shrimp? That's madness. Okay. No, I know I'm live. I want to go to my creator dashboard and say that I'm eating shrimp and steak. You smell my shrimp, kitty? You can't have none. Okay. Stream info. I'm just chatting now. Just chatting. Get on my food. Impromptu. Okay. Now I don't feel bad. We need some music. Let me get my Spotify. Spotify. Let me try the mashed potatoes. Are the mashed potatoes good? Not everybody has good mashed potatoes. Oh. They're got a little bit of smoky flavor to that gravy. I like. It surprises. It entices. I enjoy. Let me play some music. Come on, music. Give it a little boost here. There we go. While I eat and munchy food. That was a piece of corn. Let's see. I've got to try out this steak. So I need to chop the steak. I really should just get an actual steak knife, but I'm lazy. Okay, shrimp, get out of the way. I want to try the steak. You're in the way. Oh, you know what happened? I forgot to tell him to make it medium rare, didn't I? But it is medium well. Maybe I did tell him? Even when I'm sober, I'm still forgetful. Oh, the steak. Steak is life. I don't care what kitty tells you that it's chicken or fish. This kitty says it's steak. Steak and seafood.
Sorry, I'm chewing. Chewing in your ear. You're listening because you like it. Whatever. We're just gonna enjoy each other. And trust me, I do enjoy you. Yesterday was a shit show. For me, anyway. My life became a shit show. So my first, what I call nervous breakdown, was in October. I wanted to hurt myself and do the bad thing where you're not here anymore. And I thought I was getting better. And I know that I am getting better, but it's not that fast. So because it's not fast, man, I'm impatient. I got ADHD. It just seems like we're not moving fast enough with my life getting better. And so I'm still depressed, and it's sad. And I feel guilty about being depressed, which brings on even more stress. I don't want to hurt myself. On good days, I never have a thought about being here and whether I should be here or not. On good days, I'm just living my life. And then those bad days happen and I'm like, why am I here? I'd rather be gone. It just feels like it would be easier. Just know, I'm a work in progress and I'm fighting. I'm fighting against those voices in my head. And if I do what was strongly suggested and go into inpatient therapy for a while, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. I'll post it in my social media. No shame. Well, there is shame, but even when I'm ashamed, I don't try and, not talk about things. No, wait a minute. Didn't I order some lumpia? I just realized that my order is missing something. Did they seriously forget my lumpia? If you've never eaten lumpia, it is better than egg rolls. Lumpia is what egg rolls wish it could be. No, what spring rolls wish they could be. No, egg rolls. Man, this is a lot of cutting. That's the only thing about steak. I guess I could have got the steak bites, but why get steak bites when you get... So good. My mouth is making love to this steak. I mean, is there anything on the other side as good as steak? That is the question. Of course, there's everybody that has their own beliefs about what's on the other side. I'm an open book. I don't know what's on the other side. But I don't think it'll be terrible.
That doesn't mean I should rush towards the other side just because I think it might be interesting. What I'm trying to do is try and convince myself, my brain, that I still got so many things left on the bucket list. I need to write out a bucket list, and maybe that'll help me, like, well, you can't go anywhere yet. You still got things to do in life. Experiences you haven't experienced. Just because I've done so much already, doesn't mean that there isn't plenty of things I can still do, even with my health. And I've got to remember that. And if you're ever going through some kind of thoughts like that, you need to do that too. Nope, I lost viewers, but I understand. I'm just sitting here eating. I'm just sitting here eating some juicy shrimp and steak. So delicious. Where's my spoon for my veggies? Must eat veggies. How'd I lose the spoon? There it is. I didn't know how I lost it. Alright, let's eat some veggies. You could use some salt and pepper. And the peas are dry. The mashed potatoes and the steak make up for it. Just let that mashed potatoes flow through you. Yummy, 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 yumma. Eating mashed potatoes and steak, steak and mashed potatoes. Yummy for me. Nom nom nom. I don't know which sounds are the best to make. I'm just making my sounds for eating. Because even though I'm called an ASMR mommy, I haven't tried to learn any ASMR things. It's just my voice. My voice be what it be. My attitude be what it be. I'm kind of laid back and chill. Even when not high. Oh, is there more? Thought I ate all my mashed potatoes. There's more. Oh, some more of that gravy too. Gravy, gravy. So the other day, while I was high and in an okay mood, I was like looking through Amazon Prime, looking through Netflix, looking through Hulu, trying to find something to watch. And I realized that I'd never seen in full 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think it's because of the time that we live in, but boy, that movie drags. The shots just drag on for so long. It's a good movie. But these steady shots of nothing, it feels like. It's like, what is happening? Why are you holding this shot so long? Let go. See, when I was a broadcast journalist, and it's different from filmmaking, definitely. But when I was a broadcast journalist, there were rules for keeping, shots short unless you're following action. That's the only time you want to lengthen your shot. For film, it has totally different rules. So I know it doesn't apply, but at the same time, the day and age we live in, with short attention span.
So having those long, drawn-out shots where nothing is happening, you have to gear yourself up for that and just say, I'm going to watch this. Dropped a piece of corn, which is what I did. I was like, it's the same way I watched Akira. You know, people talk all this grandiose stories about how great Akira is. And yes, it was great for its time. Does that mean that I automatically like the movie? No. Did I make sure to watch it as an anime geek? You know, there's certain things you should watch. Yes. Same with Evangelion. I'm going to have to watch that because I don't feel that I am a true geek without watching it. Say what you want. Say what you want about that. Still eating some mashed potatoes. I had more mashed potatoes than I thought I did. But now, for some steak. I don't think I'll eat this whole meal. The mashed potatoes were more than I thought there were. I didn't realize that there was so much mashed potatoes. Cutting steak, cutting steak. When you don't cut a steak with a steak knife, it takes forever. For me, a great steak is well seasoned. It doesn't need any sauces unless you're going to put like garlic and butter on it, like on the top, extra garlic and butter. But other than that, or throw some onions on top. Other than that, it kills me how people destroy steak with sauces. It's like the meat has its own flavor. Enjoy the flavor of it. Be a connoisseur of the meat. I am a connoisseur of meat. If Whale was here, I'm sure that's a quote. I am a connoisseur of meat. Cut. Steak.
When we made our McDonald's spicy chicken.
What? Am I getting a commercial about McDonald's? What?
So you can be grinning face with sweat emoji.
What?
On the McDonald's app.
Try one of our 350 bundles featuring 6-piece spicy chicken McNuggets or double cheeseburger, each paired with small fries.
I don't eat McDonald's beef.
Price and participation may vary, cannot be combined with any other offer.
For a limited time, the app download and registration required.
You couldn't pay me to eat McDonald's beef. Well, you could, but it'd be a lot of money. Why aren't the shells off of these shrimp? Why do I gotta peel them? Shrimp. It's like fish candy. It's seafood candy for my mouth. You can just pop one in. Gotta take the shell off though first. Ah, you're making me have to do work for my food. Who wants to work for their food? Weird people. I hope everyone still here had a wonderful day. I did not sleep yesterday, but I got my brothers who hadn't watched Shang-Chi to watch that. And then we watched the first episode of Moon Knight. And Then we watched the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye. Yeah, we were up all night watching Marvel stuff. Look, I was trying to catch them up because if left to their own devices, they'll be so behind on things.
Steaky, I love you, Steaky. Let me have a piece of you.
Why is the side so hard to cut through? Because they're fat? Come on! Come here, piece. Nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay. We just chillin' here. We just chillin' here. I eat a masteca. Another piece. Chew, chew, chew. Must chew. Make sure you don't just try and swallow a whole gob of steak without chewing, or else you might choke. And with the way my life is going, I don't need choking to be on the list of things that has happened to me. No choking. No choking for dark. Oh, there's a lot of fat on this side. That sucks. Ah, they gave me a fatty piece. Get this off my steak. Give me the steak. Give me the meat. Thank you, steak gods, for bringing me cow. Angus. Sorry, that's my napkin as I wipe off my hands. Cutting another piece. I've almost finished my steak. Not my shrimp, though. Da da dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Da dum, da 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 dum. So I ate kind of fast. I still have some steak left, but I gave you a taste of a mukbang. I think I'm gonna end it here. But that's okay. Because I love and loves you all. I love and hugged you all. Alley Cats, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for loving or just liking this small little VTuber.
It's appreciated. I'm gonna head off for the night though. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling much better. So I'm gonna go get some sleep. Again, see you later, alley cats. I promise. Bye. Bye, Jurgo. Bye.